YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with another package in the mail from the US, if you saw the sticker. So we have lots of packing in here, and it's a couple of titles from my favourite system, that being the MSX. One cheap one and one reasonably expensive one. Now this first one is an adventure game. And as I said, I wouldn't overspend on adventure games. I'm only getting them cheap, especially when they're boxed and everything like that. And by the looks of it, a fair chance of being able to play it. But there are a lot of fan translation out for MSX games, so playing them, playing them with a fan translation using the flash memory flash card works quite well. But we have 2 discs, so it's a disc-based game. It's actually got plastic disc pocket in here, which is nice. Put those back in there, and a manual. So it's one of those ones where everything is actually back to front, unless the sleeve's been put in. I think the sleeve's actually been put in upside down when somebody's played with this. The manual's not in too bad condition. As I said, didn't really play very much for this at all. It's mostly text. There's a few pictures in there, and it's black and white inside. Obviously all in Japanese, so a bit hard to tell. But we'll plug it in and fire it up and see what it's like, and have a look for the translated ROM as well, so to play it properly. So now for the main item, which nice to see is double wrapped. Now it's another one of the compile shooters, and it looked to be in excellent condition, and it is. And it is actually Zanac, and most particularly the MSX2 version of Zanac. There are actually 2 versions of Zanac brought out for the MSX. So the original MSX1 one, which has chunky scrolling, although this is a vertical scrolling title. It'll be interesting to see how it goes on the MSX2, but this is the improved MSX2 version, which is the much rarer version, I believe. It's a bit hard to know how many of each particular version were produced and out there, but as you can see, it's complete. Doesn't have maybe a little bit of spine fade from being in the sun, but it's definitely it's a nice solid box. And inside we have the manual, and it's a cartridge game. Inside of the box is a little dirty, so here's the cartridge. Labels in pretty good condition, just a little mark on the top there, maybe a little dirty maybe. We'll give the contacts a good clean. Let's have a closer look at the manual. So, other than the original Zanac for MSX1, which I've never seen a copy of for sale, this pretty much completes my compile shooter collection. So we have control in there. I'm just noting the buttons. Yes, we'll probably support 2 fire buttons. Talking about the different ground targets there, is it? And all the different enemies. It'll be very interesting to see how this compares to the NES version. I've got the NES version, and that plays quite well. As I said, I have played a copied version of Zanac for MSX1, and it's not too bad, but it obviously suffers from the limitations of the MSX1 chipset, so I'm most interested to see what this one's like. Alright, let's go and do a couple of gameplays. Obviously the RPG will only be mucking around and having a look, because I won't be able to read some of the text. And I'll download the hacked fan ROM later to play that one, but we'll give Zanac a good go. A welcome addition to the collection. Okay, and here we go with Zanac Ex, which is, so the original version was just called Zanac, and came out for the MSX1. So this particular one is MSX2 game, so it should be fairly similar to the Aleste games that we're playing not that long ago, but obviously this game preceded those. It's a lot of the same concepts. Nice, colourful graphics. So we have our main ship, our primary and our secondary weapon. We've got a nice smooth vertical scroll. In difference to the NES one, we actually have a bit more detail and some of the enemies. So 0 is the weapon we have now. 5 is, I'm not sure what you call that. 3 is. Okay, this is the one that rotates around a circle, which is not too bad. I'm not sure the weapons time out like in Aleste or not. Now 6 is just get a laser. Powered up our main weapon a bit now. Watch those ones that split up. Oh, that's tricky. Oh, let's look at an extra ring. So the stage layout's similar to the NES game. And if you kill the end boss there, you get the other enemies die, and straight onwards. Oops, this with my arcade stick. Get some power back. And 5. Have we tried 5 yet? Okay, 5 is that. 21. Boss thing. So we get a 6. 6 is almost like rapid fire. And get yourself really stuck. Firing up our main weapon a fair bit. I'm sure you can kill those ones. This is 4, so you're gonna, in front of you, bouncing back and forth thing. Now, notice our ship shape changes as we power up too. A little bit of slowdown, but it's alright. It's not too bad weapon, this one. Now power up and keep going. I can't remember what 3 was again now. That was 2. Okay, so 2's shield. 4 is actually quite useful. Okay, another enemy section. the weapons right up the screen not being that useful. Just training your brain to know which things you can shoot and which things you need to dodge. Okay. My extra weapon seems to have gone. Oh, there you go. We've finished an actual stage. Collect this one. I would say this is substantially, above and beyond where the NES version goes. Sorry, talking's gone down, but we're getting quite frantic. Oh, and I died. So I've lost, and I lost all my life. We're still going. Find out what 7 does. Okay, that's interesting. So we're an end boss that stays there until you hit him. Changing colour, so we might be getting somewhere. Whoops! Oh! Oh, there we go. That was actually quite good fun. Yeah, this version's seems, although I can't get as far in the NES version of that. I've only got the standard controller though. That might have something to do with it. And yeah, I am much better at games when I've got an arcade stick. So, awesome sauce. So yeah, I really like this one. The Aleste series is proving a lot of fun to collect. So I will sort out the RPG at some stage. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you all my subscribers, and I'll catch you all later.